Welcome everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my 3D printed rock crawler that I am making, and I'll just explain some things to you. So yeah, this is the 3D printed rock crawler you saw in the intro to the video. Each one of these tubes, there's actually, here you can see there's tube here and then like 2 connectors. Each one of these tubes is like a 65mm tube, and yeah, so I say it's fully 3D printed, but obviously there's some things I can't 3D print. Well, I mean I could, but I just don't have the actual material to do it. Like these tires that you see, those are bought. The suspension is bought, the servo in there and the motor that's going to go on it is also bought. But everything else that I can 3D print, I will be 3D printing. So far, the car is at this state. I'm waiting for bearings because I'm actually going to be putting some bearings down here in the knuckles that will allow the rims, these wheels, to ride on. Just show you guys these. I've designed and 3D printed these rims, so this will ride inside the bearing, and that'll be just, you know, right there. If you haven't noticed yet, this car is actually going to be full 4-wheel drive, and it's actually full four-wheel steering. So what that means is that when the servo turns this front here, it's to turn the car, it will actually be turning all 4 tires. So these two, so if it's turning left, the 2 front ones will go, or if it's turning right, actually, the front ones will come face right, and the back ones actually go left, and then vice versa. So when it wants to turn the other way, the front wheels will go that way, and the rear wheels come in. So why do we do that? Well, frick, I just broke it. Alright, I can fix that. So I did just kind of glue most of this stuff together with like some model glue that I have. It's not the best to do. As you can see here, I did actually solder weld the plastic two together as well as gluing it. Same with here on the shock tabs, and that seems to work pretty well. I mean, I can move the shock and it doesn't break or nothing. So yeah, you can kind of see the full range of motion here. But yeah, so I just wanted to quickly show you guys the car. I'll probably pull up the CAD and show you the CAD that I have going for it, and then the next video will be probably going through the differentials that I'm making for the front and the rear. And then after that, we got to figure out where we're going to be mounting the electronics and stuff. And also I'm going to be using an Arduino to control the car. I know that's probably not the best idea to use, but I do have Arduino stuff, and that's what I'm going to use. And to control for the remote, I actually have this cool box here that I printed a while ago that's got a joystick and a button, and when we plug it in, it also has an LCD display and a little RGB light. And when we plug this guy in, I'm unplugging. When we plug this guy in, it's gonna light up. This has just got some basic code on it right now just to test everything. I have not coded anything yet, but it says powering on, it counts up, and then the RGB light goes on. So this is going to be how we're going to drive it, and then this button will probably control lights that I'll put on it. And yeah, if you want to see inside, Pretty much there's just a little Arduino in there, there's a Bluetooth receiver in there, and yeah. Alright, I guess I can pull up the CAD for you and show you what I have so far for that, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Alright guys, so here's the CAD for the car is what I have right now. As you can see, I do not actually have the tires or the suspension in here at all. The tabs aren't on the thing or nothing yet. Well, probably not going to put them on because at this point the car is already past that stage. I also don't have like the servo in here, nothing. But this is what I have so far. Everything's kind of broken up into components, so like this can still move up and down, and the steering cannot actually move in the CAD, just because I just don't have it able to move right now. But you can see here, if I make the frame invisible, you can actually see what I mean by the four-wheel drive steer or the four-wheel steering. So this right here is where the servo actually sits, and it's got a mini rack and pinion in there, and the other side of the pinion actually comes out and then goes all the way through the car using these like little connecting rods, as I call them, to the rear box, which is just like a mirrored like front gear steering box, essentially, just without the stuff for the servo on the back. Alright, so yeah, this is what I was meaning by the four-wheel steering. So I never actually explained why I have this in this rock crawler design. So this car is going to probably just, it's not going to, hopefully, I'm going to try and gear it so it's not going to go extremely fast. It's more or less just going to be like a slow moving, like something that can look cool and drive up rocks and inclines and stuff like that. So the four-wheel steering is more or less just there to help the agility of the car. So I'll be able to turn corners extremely tight and stuff like that. This car is pretty big. It's like 1/8 scale, pretty much. I think it's like 33-ish inches long and like 20 some inches wide. So it is a pretty big car. Let's see, let's make this visible again so you can see the frame. And then yeah, so the differentials that I was talking about, I'll show you guys more of that in the next video, but they'll probably sit like right around here in the middle of the car, and not really sure where I'm going to put the motor and how I'm going to connect them all together yet. I'll probably do something like a belt, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And the good part about this whole car being 3D printed is if something does break, like say a tie rod end breaks or like one of the A-arms breaks or something like that, I'll just be able to print a new one, and that'll be pretty nice. But yeah, this is just the CAD model of the car. Just wanted to quickly show you guys what all this is and show you that I'm actually doing this all myself. Like, I've designed all these parts myself, and I can actually show you guys a little sneak peek. Here's what is going to not only hold the wheels on, but connect the differential to the the differential to the wheel. So this is going to be the inside like CV joint. It is going to be a like ball and socket type axle. Most RC cars are like this. Yes, I know 3D printed will probably break multiple times with the amount of torque that I'm probably going to be putting on this car, but we'll see what happens. If anything, I can probably make this out of some kind of aluminum or something like that later on, but that'll probably do it for this video. Y'all know what to do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.